Hello everyone, it's Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks very much for joining me. Today I'm doing the assembly tutorial for the 3D heart gift box. This project has been designed by Nicole Silhouette here on YouTube, and I shall link her YouTube channel in the description box below. The 3D heart gift box is available as a digital cutting file in Nicole's Etsy store, and it's also available as a cutting die set in Beki Store, and I shall link both of those in the description box below. For today's tutorial I am using the digital cutting file. I have all of my pieces cut out and I shall go through them with you now, so let's get started. So I have all the pieces here, and I also have my practice piece. And you can see that this heart opens in the middle to reveal two generous size storage areas where you can put things in. So I'm just giving you a look all the way around my practice one. There is a tab on the back that enables this heart to open, so it's like a hinge. And you can see that there are two holes at the top of each of the heart sides where you can put some ribbon. So I'll go through the pieces now. To begin with, you need two of these pieces, and you can see where I've gone ahead and folded along the score lines and put double-sided tape on the glue tabs. And you can see the shape that that makes. So this is the bottom part of each heart side. Next up we have these two pieces here, and you can see where I've folded along the score lines and put double-sided tape on the glue tabs, as I'm indicating here. These pieces here form the rounded tops of the heart shape sides, or the sides of the hearts. These pieces here form the front and back. So we have three that are like this. You can see that's the heart shape. So there are three, and then there is one that has a tab on the side like so, and that's our hinge piece, and I've put double-sided tape on the back of that, as you can see. Then I have the decorative panels, which I believe are also included in the cutting die set. So I've got my decorative panels for the front of the heart box, for the back, the bottom of the sides. These decorative panels go around the openings, and these are the panels that go along the top of the curved shapes, the curved shape of the heart box, sorry. So that's all the decorative panels. I've also decided to put a catch on the heart box so that it can be open and closed. And this is the catch that I'm using. I have used this one before on a couple of projects, and I got a packet of these from AliExpress. If I can find the link, I'll link it in the description box below. So we'll get started and we'll put the heart shape gift box together now. I'm just getting my pieces in frame properly, and to begin with we'll just work on one side of the heart at a time. So we need one of these pieces and we need one of these pieces, and I'm going to remove the backings off that top glue tab and join it to that end of that larger piece like so. So we have a long piece like this. Then I'm going to join the shape together by removing the backings off that glue tab and joining that tab to that end piece. So we can see that one side of the heart is taking shape. Next I'm going to remove the backings off this one long edge piece here, and I'm just going to affix that other corner piece just in place, just so that it holds it nicely. Then I'm going to remove the backings off that other side piece and the other glue tabs here. Once I've removed the backings off all of the glue tabs on one side, I'm going to get one of these shapes here and going to take care to line this up and be as precise as I can and stick it into place over those glue tabs. Just taking care to make sure they're lining up nicely. You can of course use glue if you wish, gives you a little bit more wriggle room. Then I'm going to turn it over and make sure that all of those glue tabs are pressed down nicely and getting a good stick. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just going to remove the backings off the tape of one of the ends and just affix that corner into position nicely, and then take the backings off that other long piece, and then take the backings off these glue tabs at the curved top edge of the heart shape, and put this shape into position on the top of those glue tabs, taking care to make sure it's lined up as precisely as you can. It would be easier to do this with glue because you have that wriggle room, but I'm just using double-sided tape for the ease of the tutorial. Just taking care to make sure it's lining up nicely before pressing it down into place. And then I'll get my bone folder and press it down from the inside, making sure those glue tabs are getting a good stick. So that's one side of our heart done, as you can see there. And it's time to start working on the other side. So we've got these two pieces here like before, taking the backings off that glue tab on the end and then joining it to the end with no glue tab of the larger piece. So we've got a big long piece, and then I'm going to join it together. Take the backings off the glue tab and affix the two ends like so. And as before, going to remove the backings off this long side and glue the other side, the underneath of the other side, just so that that's got a nice pointy edge and it sits in place nicely, and take the backings off the tape on those tabs at the top. And just like before, I'll get the third piece that goes over the top of those exposed glue tabs, taking care to line it up as precisely as I can before pressing it down. Just making sure it's lining up nicely. So just making sure that's all in position nicely, pressing it into place, and then pressing it all down with my bone folder, making sure that those glue tabs are getting a good stick. So now it's time to put this last piece into place, and you'll see that's the piece with the tab on the side. That's going to be our hinge. So I'll just do as before, take the glue backings off the glue tabs here and around that top edge. And then I'm going to carefully position this piece so that that glue tab is over the edge where the hole is. And you'll see that better in a moment. But first of all, I just need to get this into position nicely. And you can see that glue tab will be over the edge. So I'm just going to fold it out of the way for the moment so you can see that's our hinge. And then I'm going to affix the rest of this piece into position around that edge. Making sure that's as precise as I can get it. So that's our two heart shapes, and they'll join together by this hinge. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to remove the backings off that tape, join it together, and then press that hinge down into place on the other side of the heart. Just making sure that that glue is getting a good stick, pressing it, making sure it's nice and in position, and you can see that we've got our opening heart, like so. It's now time to glue the decorative panels into place, and I have sped this footage up. I like to glue my decorative panels into place so I've got that wriggle room to make sure that they're nicely positioned. So I'm just gluing those in, and you can see where all of these decorative panels go. It's very easy. So I've just got this big shape that will go on the back, and this heart box could really be decorated for any occasion really. It could be Valentine's Day, it could be birthday, could also be wedding. This would be a lovely wedding charm to give a bride to hang on her wrist on her wedding day, that she could put her little goodies in if she wanted to, like a hanky or some lipstick or something like that for on the day. It would be a good gift box for a teenage girl as well, like for a sweet 16 or something like that. Just making sure that that hinge is working nicely with the decorative panel in place. You really could decorate this heart box in any way that you liked, with any colours. So I'm just getting the rest of these panels in place before moving on. So I've got all my decorative panels in place now, and I'm loving how this heart is looking, and I'm going to affix my catch in place. So I'm just positioning it here by eye, and what I'll do is I'll make some marks with a pencil over those holes, and then I'll get my pokey tool and poke holes, and then I will affix brads through those holes. And I may also put some hot glue as well to keep it in position and make it a little bit stronger. So I'm just eyeballing this and figuring out the placement and if I'm happy with it. You could do as I'm doing here and use this catch or a catch like it for your heart-shaped gift box to keep it closed. You could also use a die cut like Nicole did with hers. A die cut that was big enough that you could affix one side to one side of the heart, and then the other side would be the part that opens, and you could affix that with Velcro or even a magnet. That would work too. There are lots of options available there for you for putting a catch on your 3D heart gift box. I went with this one because I just liked the look of it and I thought it suited the heart. So you can just see I'm just affixing my brads into position through those holes. And I did actually go back after I finished this and put hot glue underneath just so that it would be a little bit more stronger. So you do need to take a little bit of care when you're putting these into position so you don't tear your cardstock. And the catch works quite well. I'll just give you a close look there. And because it's a little bit loose there, that's why I went back in and hot glued it. So here is my finished heart box. I've put a ribbon through those holes so that it could be hung, and I've decorated around the edges with pearls. I've kept the decoration on this box fairly simple because I didn't want anything to take away from the lovely paper that I used. So that's my tutorial finished for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching and that you feel inspired to make one of these 3D heart boxes. They're not that terribly difficult to make, and they could be made in so many different styles. Don't forget to check the description box down below for the links that I've previously mentioned, and if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would really love that too. Thanks very much for watching today. Have a great day, and until next time, it's bye for now.